Notice to all viewers and social media companies. Ohio residents can use medical marijuana for qualified medical conditions under Ohio House Bill 523. The host of the show, known as 420 Live or 420 Live Ohio, may use or consume legally purchased Ohio medical marijuana products during this video. 420 Live or Ohio Cannabis Live does not promote the use of illegal drugs. This content is for informative and entertainment purposes only. This content is not meant to be used as medical advice or to be used to promote misinformation about cannabis. Viewer discretion is advised.
Another Mastamynd hit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 420 Live. It's good to have all y'all back on here, broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube. And like I said, I've been working on some things, trying to get all my little graphics and stuff together. So today we're going to be talking about grinders, and asking the question, do you use a grinder? Hey Tamiko, good to have you here. And that's one of the questions that we're going to address today is, do you need a grinder? Should you grind up medicine or not? And that's what we're going to work on today. And, it's real important topic to have because a lot of people don't have grinders. And I know for a long time, I didn't have a grinder. So, today I just want to talk briefly about grinders. Grinders aren't for everybody, but grinders do have a lot of unique benefits that I think sometimes people overlook and don't realize the benefits. Also, just want to recap about our event. We had a successful event, and I am wearing one of the shirts from the event. If you would like to support and purchase one of these shirts, they are available on our website, ohiocannabislive.com/shop for $25. They go up a little bit if you get a 4X or a 5X, but we do have some available in stock. So if you'd like to go ahead and get one, go right on ahead and do that. Also, I know a lot of people want to know, when are these new dispensaries going to be opening up? And maybe we'll have a couple new ones open up closer to the end of the year. But we still don't have any really solid numbers yet. Don't have a really locked in set date. Everything depends on the Board of Pharmacy and whether they, issue a license to operate. So that's something that we're still dealing with that. It hasn't changed. Everything's still kind of going in slow motion. Also, we're going to be having some virtual events. We're going to actually have a virtual live stream where we'll have a DJ on there, but it'll actually be an internal thing where, you'll have to come into our built-in system in order to be able to view the activity. It will not be on YouTube. It will not be on Facebook. And today we're going to test out this new system that I've been working on. It's not nothing special. It's really just Google Meetings. It's just the way that I have it set up. It'll allow us to do things that we would like to do here, we can't do here. So we're going to have basically a private session room, and we're going to be testing that out. So the way that you'll be able to access the private session room here in a second will be by going to ohiocannabislive.com/join now. And when you get there, you'll see a brand new button has magically appeared that says private session. And once you go there, you'll wait for me to let you into the private session, and then you'll be into the private session. And when we stop the stream, the private session will continue. So we'll get that going here in just a moment. And like I said, I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about grinders. So first thing is that grinders in general are relatively easy to get your hands on. A lot of them, I gave away a lot of them. Come to my event, I can almost assure you you'll get a free grinder from somewhere. So definitely start coming to, if you want to get free supplies, if you want to get yourself a limited edition, another Mastermind hit rolling tray made out of leather. Shout out to my guy, Ohio Chronic Trays, who made these for me. I can plug you if you need to get the plug. But these will be soon available on my website. There will only be a certain amount available, and once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to get one of these, they will be available on the site for you to order, and I will have it shipped to you. You will have to pay for shipping. It's not very heavy, so shipping won't be too bad. But it's leather. Yeah. So we'll eventually have other products too. This is only the beginning. So if you haven't checked out my other company website, make sure you Google another Mastermind hit. Help that search algorithm. That's Mastamynd, Mastermind, like you see it behind me here. Definitely make sure check it out. But with the grinders, and it's good to have a good rolling tray if you're going to grind, because things can get very messy very quickly. So having a good grinder is very important. Now, I have a lot of grinders, and I'm not going to waste your time showing you every grinder that I have. What I'm going to talk about is the type of grinder that you should have, not more or less which one I have right now. When you go and get a grinder, first of all, get one that is made out of metal. What's up, Mike? Metal grinder. For YouTube purposes, and so they don't do anything to the video, this grinder has never been used. It's brand spanking new. It's empty. There's nothing in this grinder. When you are selecting the type of grinder, it's a good idea to have more than one. Now, if you look at the teeth in this grinder here, these teeth are very close together, very narrow. So if you have some smaller materials, have a grinder with teeth like this. It makes it very easy to grind up. And then the other important part about this too is the keef collection stick. If you're going to spend money on the grinder, don't let somebody sell you a cheap plastic grinder that doesn't have a tray in it. Oh yeah, I have one of those as well, Stormy. It's very similar to this actually. It's very similar, but this isn't the Galina's grinder. The Galina's grinder's teeth is actually different from the grinder's teeth on this one, but it's very similar. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's just like the Galina's grinder, but it's not. And that's what I'm talking about, these different sizes. So, but you want to make sure that you have a tray in the bottom, because what's going to happen is over time, that tray is going to fill up with extra goodies, which you can then reuse with your medicine, which then you save money, and then you get something that's not so great, you can always spice it up. They sell keef in astronomical prices, but you can harvest it yourself for free, for free. So there's really no need for you to pay for keef. Nah. So like I said, now you get some larger plant material. You want to get a grinder that has wider gaps between the teeth. Now the reason that I'm saying this is because when you use a grinder that has wider gaps in it and using bigger plant material, what's going to happen is you're going to get an even grind. It's going to be easier for your hands. See, I have pain in my hands. So if I took some really big material and try to put it in this grinder and tried to, this would really make my whole hand just hurt like hell. And some people who have arthritis can understand what I'm saying. And this is probably why they don't use grinders. So this is the people I'm talking to in some ways. Some of those folks who don't believe in using grinders. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth it. Now, once you've figured out which type of grinder you need as far as these teeth, and I recommend having 2 or 3 different sizes. That way you're prepared for 2 or 3 different scenarios. A, B, C. As I like to think, 1, 2, 3. Very simple. you're going to grind up different grades of material. And by grinding it up, it is going to make it vaporize more evenly, combust more evenly. And again, like I said, the keef that falls from you grinding those materials are going to fall into your keef collection tray for later usage. So one thing people always say, how do you not run out of time? How do you not run out of days? How do you do that? How do you not run out? You're always seem to have it. You never run out. Well, part of that reasoning is because I grind up all my material and I collect all my keef material and it lasts forever. I never not have any keef available to me. You said you got a raw life grinder, a bit pricey, but well worth it. Yeah, and see again, that's what I'm trying to get at. You don't need to go out and spend a bunch of money on no grinders. All you gotta do is start coming to my events, and you will get grinders and rolling trays for free, just like the one I'm showing you. It can't be no simpler than that. So about the next events. Now we are going to host another event in Columbus, but we're also going to be hosting uh, an event somewhere else, Dayton specifically. I am from Dayton, so I'll be trying to work with folks in Dayton to find a good venue for us to congregate at in Dayton. And again, I'm open to other ideas. I mean, other areas and other ideas, but I definitely want to look for somewhere. Like I said, for all who are wondering, it gotta have central air. It gotta have heat. It's gotta have clean bathrooms, running water. No, I don't want to be in no shelter. Sorry, I mean that's cool to do sometimes, but for the buildings and the events that I want to do, I want to be chill. I don't want to be sweating and burning up hot. So, I mean, the place we had this time was perfect because it was inside of a park. But, you know, parks are have their limitations. So that's why I want to look at some different venues where we can do different things. So one thing that besides the game night, I would like to do like an open mic night. Not necessarily just people getting up there and just talking about cannabis, but maybe people want to talk about poetry, something nice, something pleasant. Maybe people want to sing, karaoke maybe. A karaoke party would be fun. How about an 80s or 70s party? I think that would be fun with a cannabis theme. With a cannabis theme to it, you know? I think those would be some fun ideas. But I would love to hear your ideas. And anything that you think you really want to make sure that I listen to, don't put it in the comments. Email me at ohiocannabislive@gmail.com and just tell me directly in there. That way I can make sure I get your idea and that I can actually respond back to you. When you email me, if I have never emailed with you before, please tell me like, oh, remember I was on the show or I watch your show, just so I can know the reference point of how you heard about what I'm asking about. That way I make sure you're not some kind of like weird spammer bot or something. So maybe your subject line might be something like RE idea for the event. Something like that. That way I know that you're not just a random spammer because I get a lot of weird emails. Well, in Cleveland, I'm definitely open to ideas. Um, but at the end of the day, in order for me to be able to do the events in other places, I need help from people who live in those places. I don't know a lot of people in Cleveland. I know some people there. Hi, my folks from Cleveland. 60s, 70s, we could try them all. But other places, I don't know anyone specifically. So that's why we have to work together, and I can't bear all the work by myself. I just absolutely cannot do it by myself. And that's what I want to talk to everyone about. Uh, this is the part where it gets hard. So for many months now, I've been feeling really, really bad. Really, really bad. And I've been experiencing what some might describe as a brain fog or whatever. Um, this thing's bouncing off my glasses. It disappeared. Boom, they're gone. Um, and it creates headaches. It makes it hard to sleep. But part of the reason I think that I'm having this brain fog, this problem, is because I have cirrhosis of the liver, and cirrhosis of the liver can play all kinds of odd tricks on you, um, including causing weird and unexplainable pain in my back, my shoulders, my arms, all kinds of weird things. And I had a conversation with one of the 26, 25 doctors that I got, and he told me that my spleen looked big or huge, um, compared to a normal spleen, and that my liver was actually definitely pretty enlarged. And he like shared his screen and showed me the CAT scan. Sorry if I'm not like actually responding to your comments. I'm trying to look directly at the camera, and I'm not looking necessarily down. I'm looking straight ahead. So I apologize if I'm not necessarily seeing everything that you are all saying to me right now. I just got to get this off my chest. So for me, it it's a challenge to do things because the pain kind of like puts you down to a point where you can't, as an artist, create things. You can't make the things. Like the things I had planned to do today for the show didn't get done. But I'm going to show you all. I mean, like, to do this, this is a blank screen you're seeing. You don't see anything but darkness. I like lemon dosey dough. Oh man, I'm used to going through it now, but right now I just say that I'm not winning like I would like to, and it just really gets hard to do all this stuff, to make all these things work without having any like actual people that are helping you, like physically. Like support from the community is wonderful and great, but when it comes to editing videos, camera crews, people to run my website, responding to messages, those are all things that I do by myself. When you ask a question on my website, that goes directly to me and no one else. Anything you've done on your website, no one can see that shit. No one. I don't do Google ads on OhioCannabisLive.com, but I might have to, because I mean honestly, it's not sustainable if I can't get it to pay for the cost of the monthly cost. I mean, it costs a lot of money to run all this stuff and do it all by myself. And what I'm going to do is that next week is my girlfriend's birthday, which happens to fall next Friday. Last year on July 15th, which is her birthday, y'all can all wish her happy birthday, my dog died. My last dog died. And I used to have a fish tank down here. Some of you have seen the fish tank with the algae eater and the catfish, and I've had them fish for years and years and years and years and years. And they died too. So I got a lot of little things going on in the background. Thank you, Hippie Smiles. I'm sure she will appreciate that. But at the end of the day, sometimes I just have to realize that for me, it's important that I take a break for myself. And, that's what I'm going to do next week, is that I'm going to take a break take a minute. And there will not be any show next week or anything with Ohio Cannabis Live until probably like that next Tuesday. So I'm definitely going to take a break. I think that, I'm going to press these doctors a little bit more about my liver disease situation to give, basically, to make it long story short, I was supposed to be getting these imaging studies with contrast, and they didn't do it because there was a contrast shortage. So basically, they've been flying blind on my liver situation since September of last year. So there's like these things in my liver that were growing that they don't have no idea if they're growing or not right now because they can't see them without the contrast. And then there's this thing called portal hypertension, and that's a pretty scary thing as well. And they can't check that either without the contrast, not in an effective way that I can see.
Mastermind.
And so now I'm waiting for doctors to get back to me to answer my questions, and that's where we're at. So like I said, I'm taking a break from this, but I'll be back that following week, and we've already got some amazing interviews lined up. I don't even want to tease them yet because I don't want to jinx myself, but let's just say we're going to definitely do some very informative content that will definitely be unique to anything else you have seen on YouTube that is relevant to the program in general. And as you've already seen, we've had a lot of different high-profile guests on our show, and we're going to keep doing that. The guests are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's all I can really tell you secretly. I can't tell you much more than that. But what I am going to say is that we are going to go ahead and activate the private session. So if you would like to come over to the private session, the door is going to be open now. And everyone else, I am going to see you soon. And you know me, I always probably end up making a live video sooner just because I get bored and I want to talk to everybody. And I was like, oh, I gotta make a video. And then I end up making a video. So that's what happens. So, all right. Well, if you're coming over to the session, I'll see you there in a minute. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Peace.